Thanks AFK Arena for sponsoring this video. Oh yes, I love me some fried chicken. But let's be honest, not all fried chickens are good.
Damn.
Some are nice and crispy. Others are wonderfully spicy, and a few of them is just terrible.
That one is caca.
So my goal today is to find out some of the secrets of crispy fried chicken. And hopefully by the end of this video, we are all gonna know how to make perfect fried chicken. So let's do it. These are all the cut of chickens I'm going to be using for today's video. Here we have 2 young full chickens that I butchered. Here's a good advice if you want to save money. The best way to do it is to butcher everything yourself. And if you've never done it, I know it looks intimidating, but let me tell you something. It is not complicated. It is pretty easy to do. And do not be afraid of it. The first thing I like to do is to start cutting up the drums. Then I flip it on its belly and work around the oyster, which is the back part. You should feel almost no resistance. Then I flip it back and remove the thigh and the leg. Now there's left to do is to do the same exact thing on the other side. And as you can see, not a big deal. Just make sure you have a nice sharp knife. Then I jump right into the breast. Start by making an incision in the middle and let the knife do the work. Just like Gordon Ramsay tells us. Make sure you stay as close as possible to the bone. And to remove the wings, it is not a big deal. Just find that little joint and remove it all out. That's what we call an airline chicken. It's basically the breast and the wings together. Now all you have to do is to do the same to the other side and separate each one of them as you please. And by the time you're done, this is what they should look like. That is a fully butchered chicken. Like I mentioned, it is not a big deal and it's easy to do. And don't even think about throwing the carcass away because that we can use for stocks. But we're not going to be doing that today, as we're only going to be using nice large pieces for our deep fried chicken. So the first thing I want to test is which brine is better, only salt and pepper or the good old buttermilk. So to find out which one is best, we're going to put this to the test. I first started with the salt brine, and that's pretty straightforward. Just combine the salt and water together and make sure everything is dissolved. Throw your chicken in there and let it brine for at least 2 hours in your refrigerator. Now the next one is buttermilk. Now if you've never heard about buttermilk, I totally understand, especially if you live in other countries. But it is super simple and easy to make. And here's how. Start by adding a little bit of whole milk. As you can see, the consistency is nice and runny just like regular milk is. Then you want to throw in 3% of white vinegar and mix it well. As you can see, as you're doing this, it will immediately start to coagulate. And that is how you make buttermilk. And yes, here in the US, you can find it in every supermarket. To make it perfect, the only thing left to do is to strain it. As you can see, by the time I was done, you got buttermilk. Now a lot of people says that this is the best way to brine a chicken, and I have done quite a few and I actually enjoy it, but I never put them side by side just like this. And hopefully we'll be able to determine which one is actually better. So after letting them marinate for 2 hours on my refrigerator, I took them out, fried them up, and it was ready to give it a try. And I know the perfect guy for it.
Cheers, I guess. Fried chicken, man. Can't go wrong with fried chicken.
Good, you like it?
No? Alright, now I go for this one?
Time for the next one, go for it.
Alright, let's go. Alright, oh, it's crunchy. Okay. Cheers. Oh, no. That one is caca. It's juicier, it's more tender, and it's more juicy. And I like it better, bro. This one's better. What the heck did you do, Guga? This is some good stuff.
There we go, buttermilk is definitely the winner. So moving forward, I'll be using buttermilk for every single one of them. The next one for us to determine which one is best is either to use cornstarch or all-purpose flour or use both. And the whole idea about cornstarch is that it makes your chicken way crispier. But hey, we're gonna find out if that actually works. So in the first bowl, I threw in 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And in the middle one, I only threw in 2. Then I grabbed the cornstarch and added 2 tablespoons in the middle one. And of course, the last one, I threw in 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. To make things even for the flour and the cornstarch, I only seasoned them with salt, nothing else. So after adding a pinch of it in each bowl, it was time to dredge the chickens. And by the time I was done, this is what they look like. The very first one is 100% cornstarch. The one in the middle is 50-50. And the very last one is only all-purpose flour. Now there's left to do is to fry them up. And as you guys already know, cast iron is one of the best things to use because it will always retain its heat. I set the oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And just in case you're wondering, I'm using vegetable oil. The main goal here is to have a nice crispy skin, so I kept flipping them to make sure everything was fully cooked. I'm looking for 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally, and of course a nice golden crispy skin. Once they were fully cooked, this is what I got. I'm wondering if you can tell which one is which, because to my eyes they all look quite similar except for one of them. And I'm talking about this one, because this one is the cornstarch. And trust me, it is fully cooked. But hey, let's try it out and see which one is crispier. And the first one we're gonna go for is the all-purpose flour. And as you can see, it's nice and crispy. It's also juicy. And as I take a bite, yeah, that's a good chicken. It's crispy, juicy, tender, and some of the things that you definitely look for. But now in comparison, let's jump into the next one. Whoa, see if you can hear this. Much crispier. I think the cornstarch actually did something. Check out this crust. Wow, this thing is crispy. And even though I don't have perfect audio because I didn't have my mic, check out the actual audio. Oh yeah, it's almost like chicharrones. I would say that this is a nice improvement from the first one. And of course, it's perfectly cooked. And if you ask me which one is better, this one is definitely winning. Now the very last one, oh boy. See if you can tell me if you can hear this. Folks, that's a rock. I mean, it's almost impossible to cut. Check it out. It came completely off by itself. This is what we call way too crispy and just not a very good idea. Here's my recommendation. If you want to break your teeth, this is perfect for it because it is way too crispy and too much. So the 50-50 mix is definitely the winner.
Before moving forward, I want to introduce you guys to a new mobile game, AFK Arena. I always want to build a strong and beautiful team that can go on an adventure with me. And AFK Arena is one of the few games that lets me do that. I've been playing this game for a while now, and let me tell you, it's fun. AFK Arena is a rewarding, casual, and strategic mobile online RPG with a unique art style and a cool fantasy background. It does not require you to grind for days, and you can get rewards even if you're offline. All you need to do is enjoy your adventures with these gorgeous heroes. In AFK Arena, you can build up a personalized team and level up heroes from 7 unique factions. Using hero unions, faction advantages, smart lineups, and unit combinations, you can use a multitude of strategies while exploring their adventure. My favorite hero is this guy right here. Like, come on, do I have to tell you anything? He's a beast. He's also like a tank, so if you put him in front of the line, he can both take a lot of damage and deal it. Add another defense tank next to him, some long-range attacker and support on the back row, and you're all set. If you are wondering how you can get these awesome heroes, here's your chance. Hit the link on the description, download AFK Arena, and play the game between April 6th and May 5th. And every player will get 100 summons and 1 special gift code. This bonus is unlike anything they've done before, so don't miss your chance. Once again, thank you AFK Arena for sponsoring this video. I look forward to hearing from you guys how you build your dream team with 100 free summons.
The next thing I want to try is the good old MSG. To get a little bit more specific, we're talking about monosodium glutamate. And to use it, pretty straightforward. Just throw it a little bit in the flour, deep fry it, and let's see if there's really a lot of difference if you add some and if you don't. Here's what my nephew had to say about it.
Just go for it, huh? This fried chicken, man, I think this one's as good as the last one you gave me. It's good. I like that crunch.
Second one.
Second one. Going for it. Oh, I like this one more, actually. This one, I don't know. The flavor kind of just is more powerful. It keeps going. That one, yeah, even when you swallow, it stays in your mouth. You feel this one a little bit more. I like this one.
So it has more flavor.
More flavor on this.
There you go, as we all expected, MSG for the win. Now the very last thing I want to test out is to smoke it. Can we make deep fried crispy chicken even better by smoking it? There is only one way to find out if that's good or a bad thing. And at the same time, to add even more flavor, I'm going to be adding some spices into my flour mix. Of course, that's after adding 50% flour and 50% cornstarch. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. So I started with salt, followed by ginger, white pepper, garlic salt, black pepper, mustard powder, smoked paprika, dry thyme, dry basil, oregano, celery salt, and the good old MSG. Now all there's left to do is to grind them well with my pesto and mortar, and my spice mix is ready. This, my friends, is the good old KFC secret recipe. And if you've never had it, you definitely should. It is an iconic chicken fried recipe that everyone loves. But now all there's left to do is to mix all of my dry ingredients, and you already know the rest of the process. The only difference is some of them I'll be smoking it. And we're gonna find out if deep fried smoked chicken is good or not. So let's do it.
right, everybody, here we have our beautiful chickens. What do you think, Angel?
They look like the other ones that I ate today.
You've been eating a lot of chicken, huh?
At least this time you're here with me, man.
There you go. Sounds good. Okay, so we have actually another experiment, A and B. Find out which one is better. That's right.
Best for last?
Best for last, always. So,
oh, hi.
all right, enough talking. Let's give this a try. We'll go for that one and then the other one. Ready? Cheers, everybody.
Oh,
that's crunchy.
crunchy and juicy.
You heard that crunch, everybody? I hope you came through the camera.
Pretty good.
That is a juicy, juicy chicken. Very crunchy. Crispy. Very, very flavorful.
Yeah. I agree with everything you just said. 100%.
And I'll say one thing. Chicken is always good fried, right? Because if you like pan fry and stuff like that, it's still okay. But when you deep fry everybody, it's always better. Okay, ready for the second one?
Let's go for it, man.
All right, second one. Cheers, everybody.
Do it. Oh.
Oh, that's different. Oh, that's way different.
Smoked.
Yep. Right away. Oh my God, that is amazing, everybody.
That's undeniable.
Wow. You can tell right away too, right? Smell it. You can smell it. Oh,
You just know as soon as you take the bite, you taste it.
I think I just might invented the best chicken in the world right here, everybody. When you combine some deep fry together with a smoke, it is phenomenal. What do you think, Andrew? You tell me.
What do you say? What do you say? This is the best one of the day.
That is the best one of the day. Wow. The interesting thing is that as soon as you take a bite, immediately you can tell this one is smoked because you have that smokiness hit you right in the palate, and
You
also you can smell that smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you smell it and you taste it real quick.
Yeah.
It's just all in your face. Boom.
Yeah. And at the same time, you can have that crispiness together with the fried chicken. It's like
It's
the best.
juicy. They're both juicy, but
It's like-
juicy. It's smoky. What else you need?
It's like the best of both worlds, right? Because we love smoked chicken, we love deep fried chicken. Combine them both, definitely the best chicken I ever had right here. You?
It's undeniable, bro. It's undeniable. It's like coming for you, bro.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in any of the equipment I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. We out.